Hello and welcome to the channel. Nigerians were sold a scam by the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele and the outgoing President Muhammadu Buhari that the one-time recently redesigned naira notes were to curb inflation, reduce the monetary inflow in circulation, curb terrorism on keeping ransom, and most importantly, curtail vote buying. The subsequent implementation and rollout, plus the withdrawal of the old currency, caused quite a lot of avoidable hardship and even deaths. With the help of the Supreme Court, thank goodness, the old notes were brought back, and with that, the new notes which were produced for all of those things mentioned above suddenly disappeared into thin air. So what then was all the fuss all about? Considering that President-elect Tinubu was one of those targeted with the redesigned currency, what does he have in store for Emefiele after he is sworn in? I mean, you would assume that he has to do something to that man, no? Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Naira redesign. What Tinubu should do to Emefiele when he takes over power. Smart Adeyemi. The senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District, Smart Adeyemi, has urged the President-elect Bola Tinubu to question the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN, Godwin Emefiele, when he takes over power. Speaking during an interview on Channels Television, the lawmaker claimed that the CBN Naira redesign policy was aimed at sabotaging the chances of Tinubu at the polls. He insisted that Emefiele should be called upon to give a detailed explanation of the real reason behind the policy that plunged the citizenry into economic suffering. He noted that the supposed redesign notes the Apex Bank was hammering on are currently nowhere to be found. He said the calculated attempt then was to stop APC from winning the election. They said they were redesigning the naira, so where are the redesigned notes? Gradually, they are out of circulation. If the judiciary had kept quiet, Nigeria would have gone into chaos. If I were Tinubu, when I assume office, I will call in Emefiele and others to come and explain what happened and what was the reason behind the redesigning of the naira. Meanwhile, the President-elect Bola Tinubu and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, have been named as the two most impressive Nigerian politicians since 1999. The former chairman of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, Sam Amadi, made a submission in a tweet via his Twitter handle on Friday. Amadi stressed that Tinubu built the most fearsome structure that gave him the presidency, while Obi inspired some Nigerians to mount the bravest political campaign during the last presidential election. He wrote, "At official Herbert and at Peter Obi are the two most impressive Nigerian politicians since 1999. Tinubu built the most fearsome political muscle that hustled the presidency. Peter inspired the diffident people to mount the bravest political campaign and won the votes in cosmopolitan Nigeria." Meanwhile, a federal high court in Abuja has rejected a lawsuit aiming to prevent the inauguration of the president-elect and his deputy, Kashim Shettima. The suit alleged age and citizenship discrepancies in the documents Tinubu submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission. Justice James Omotosho, delivering the ruling on Friday, described the action brought by Praise Elemona Asaya, Pastor Paul Isaac Audu, and Anongu Moses as frivolous and an abuse of court process. He stated that the plaintiffs lacked the legal standing to file the suit, and the court lacked jurisdiction to hear it as it pertained to a presidential election. The court also held that the applicants, being participants as only voters in the February 25th presidential election, do not afford them the local standing to bring the action. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Also, the Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Professor Ishak Oloyede, says there is a divine intervention in the victory of the President-elect Bola Tinubu at the February 25th presidential election in Nigeria. Speaking on Friday at the 2023 presidential inauguration public lecture at the National Mosque, Abuja, Oloyede submitted that Tinubu got God's approval for his Emilokan slang. Tinubu had famously made the Emilokan statement, translated as "It is my turn," during his June 2nd, 2022 address in Abeokuta, Ogun State, while pushing for the ticket of the All Progressives Congress APC. When Asiwaju said Emilokan, Allah accepted it because Quran 15:5 and Quran 23:42 says no group can on its own hasten its own term and turn, nor can it be delayed by anybody. That is Quran 15:5. So it is Almighty Allah who has said, Iwolokan, the JAMB registrar, stated. Oloyede, who is also the Secretary General of the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs (NSCIA), prayed that the journey of the new administration set to start on May 29 shall be a successful one for those at the helm and Nigerians at large. Having thanked Allah who has done this, I hasten to say that He grant our President-elect and his Vice President-elect a successful tenure in good health, sound mind, and divine guidance, he said. May the Almighty Allah who has granted Asiwaju, the meaning of Asiwaju is the leader, the victory of power, not to strip him of the garment of honor. Meanwhile, ahead of his inauguration on Monday, May 29, the President-elect Bola Tinubu has asked God to help him to be able to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of millions of Nigerians. Tinubu made this known to reporters on Friday during a tour of the presidential villa in Abuja with President Muhammadu Buhari. He stated that God would help him carry the burden of leading Nigerians for the next 4 years and keep him in good health as president. He said, "Help me, God, to carry the burden, to face the challenges, and keep me in good health, to be able to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of millions of our people." President Buhari and the President-elect walked into the press gallery of the State House after participating in the Jumat prayers at the State House Mosque. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye.